Welcome to Creamer Media's Resources Watch, a weekly video roundup of the events and people making and shaping the news in the mining industry. This week, a premium should be placed on the reputational risks to the diamond sector. The state miner aims to increase output by the end of the year, and the DMR's new fatigue monitoring code of practice is welcomed. Buying diamonds is a highly discretionary procedure, and their value depends entirely on people's perception of their worth.
Diamond is viewed as an extremely discretionary purchase, and its value really relies entirely on what people view. With all its mystique of creation, if New York gets up in the morning and decides that, hey, diamonds, especially diamonds from Botswana, we don't want, they're useless, they just become ordinary stones. And so thus, when it comes to reputation and equity around diamonds, it's a premium which we, as security, want to start paying attention to it.
State-owned mining company African Exploration Mining and Finance Corporation's Vlakfontein mine's current run-of-mine production averages about 1.6 million tonnes a year, which the company aims to increase to about 2.2 million tonnes by the end of the current financial year.
From the production side, we've been doing fairly well. We started in 2011, where we produced about 700,000 tonnes of run-of-mine. And the year after, we've managed to ramp up to about 1.7 million tonnes, which was actually great. I mean, we added about 1 million tonnes on the tonnages that we produced the previous year. And as at the moment, everything is in full swing. All infrastructure that was required to make sure that we are at a stage where we're able to produce to capacity, all of that has been constructed, has been commissioned. So we are at a stage where now we can be able to produce about 2 million tonnes and slightly above from the current mining block that we've got.
Fatigue management advocacy company Fatigue Sharks and technology developer Prism Services have welcomed the Department of Mineral Resources Code of Practice on risk-based fatigue management.
Sometimes the DMR is seen as like people that are trying to shut mines down or do this or anything, but these guys are just trying to keep everybody safe. And so by seeing their guideline and their compliance and how they were actually affected and actually heartfelt by all the accidents that they did have to investigate, they actually started making the guidelines even more stringent. So this year they came up with a mandatory COP, which is on the thing that I showed you earlier. Mm-hmm. And so now they're actually, the mines, they see fatigue as something they should manage. They're going to have to do risk assessments and come out with a couple options as to how to manage fatigue properly on their mines.
For mining news as it breaks, stay logged onto miningweekly.com and register for our free daily newsletter.